Today's second reading is one where Paul writes a letter to the people of Rome, telling them to please love other people just as Jesus Christ loves them. And I think that's perfect for us to focus on today during our work during the season of Advent, when we await the coming of Christ. Oftentimes, we think that to become holy, we need to pray, go to church, read the Bible, and all of those things. However, that's true, yet God also wants us to love other people. I think when we die, or on Judgment Day, He will probably ask us, how well did you love other people? It's interesting how today's gospel shows us how John criticized the Jewish religious leaders. He did this because, in spite of how seriously religious they were by attending temple and following Jewish law, their hearts were like stone. They didn't care for the poor, the foreigners, the widows, or other people that were struggling. And that's important for us because God wants us to love Him and other people. So I guess the question is, how can we learn to love other people better? Well, I believe that in order to do that, we have to start by loving ourselves first. We have to love who we are in spite of our struggles and our faults. And when we can do that, then that opens us up to be able to love other people in spite of their troubles and struggles and faults. However, if we aren't happy with ourselves or we don't like ourselves, then that leads us to be able to criticize and judge other people. When I see people who tend to do that, I'm always thinking in the back of my mind that chances are they don't really love themselves. And I believe that if they started to love themselves, that they would be less critical of others. Does that mean that it's not important to go to church, read the Bible, and to pray? Oh, of course. We have to do that in order to develop our relationship with God. We need to read the Bible and go to church. Those things help us understand who God is and understand how He loves us in spite of our faults. And in doing that, we can learn to love ourselves more because God accepts us. And then He can help us love other people more and to accept them in spite of their troubles or faults. So I think today's reading inspires us to love God more, but also to love others. And by doing those two things, we can prepare to welcome Christ when He comes. May God bless you.